Who still writes letters? Kendall had asked the question like the very idea was absurd. All Andrea ever did was write. On paper, on her hand, on the inside of her locker, in Word docs, in Google Docs, in notes on her phone, in pencil, in marker, in pen. Case thinks of Andrea's letters, the ones in her duffel in the kitchen, the ones all stacked up and tied together in a bundle. Case wrote Andrea back only one time, one letter, and it wasn't particularly heartfelt. Case didn't spill her guts because she didn't think she was the type of person who had guts to spill. No one had ever described her as deep. She was a simple person. The one letter, Case's letter, was about her new school in Fort Worth and how she'd somehow managed to shed the grimy layer of a country person and successfully blend in with the rest of the city kids. Her grades, combined with her minority status, combined with her hardships, were good enough to earn Case a scholarship to the University of Oregon, which she'd chosen in part because it was far, far away from the Brazos River. Her freshman year would start at the end of this month, in just a couple of weeks. Case was thrilled. And that was pretty much it. That was the extent of Case's letter. Half a page written in handwriting she thought looked like it belonged to an unfocused third grader, put in a real envelope and sealed with spit. No stamp, though, because Andrea said mail didn't get delivered out to the house. And last night, Case had placed her one letter on top of all of Andrea's letters and tied everything together. She was planning on giving them to her friend today, this morning. That plan, however, was already snarled up. "Drea!" She calls out once she bursts through the tree line and reaches the water's edge. Maybe her friend didn't leave. Maybe she's out here in the woods, a few minutes' walk from the house, waiting to be found. "Drea!" The name soars, bends with the river, bangs against the low clouds. Barely a river. Lately, more like muddy bank and rock than anything else. The water is a thin rope winding through a shallow valley. In one direction, that rope runs west, toward the scaffolded highway bridge in the far-off distance. In the other direction, it extends a little ways, then bends southward and out of sight. There's nothing to it, this little trickle. Case can't help but be moved by the sight, though. She spent so much of her childhood in this water. She waded in it, swam in it when the levels were higher, had been thrown into it, had her first kiss and more in it, soaked for hours in it. Even now, she can close her eyes and picture different stretches of it, and what those stretches looked like in all the seasons of the year.